Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to the Horror of World. And yeah, so today, once again, the battle between Talk and Web rages on. I have no idea how or when this video will be uploaded. It might not. It might be 2 days late. It might be on time. I have no idea. We'll see. However, I really do need to turn that off. We're gonna do Kyrie. So here's the thing. Disclaimer: we're entering another backlog. I have to record 21 episodes in the span of 3 days, which is not actually that insane. It is a little. It's a little insane as a treat, but this will cover me from present day, whenever you're watching this, to October 7th. So yeah, seems pretty nice to me. So we're just gonna do Kyrie double spells. So, hey brother, you want some void? So yeah, we're just gonna play. We're gonna do 21 runs, not tonight, God no, but we're gonna do quite a few runs tonight. It's 21 videos, and that should take me about 10 and a half hours, give or take. So yeah, second mystery, second enemy, charisma, dexterity, bottom 2. It's doable, considering we have to put, it is, if we're lucky, 2 levels. Library notes is Kyrie. That is theoretically infinite spell rerolling, which, if we abuse flesh regrowth, is a guaranteed win. Not really, but it can be. We do have cursed signs, to some extent. And by that I mean we kind of don't. Cursed signs is for every spell. And, Ath Yelazath is only reason spells, which, considering the best spells in the game go around Ath Yelazath, it's not a huge deal. So we're just vibing. Obviously we have to pick the best costume, right? And we're off the bat starting with 9 knowledge, which is very fun. Now, I'm not saying 4 out-of-town mysteries, but I'm saying 4 roads closed mysteries. That's what I'm saying right here. In case you're wondering, we did recently do Botany Ending A, episode A Light for Your Troubles, or Light for Your Troubles, I can't remember what it exactly was. But if you want to go check that out. It is not in the link in the description because I will probably forget. But we will do this, and we will get cursed. There's one thing that could put a rain on my parade. Does Holes do something? Because our cosmetically, we just changed the ghost outfit. It has some patches in it now. I guess that's, haha, very funny. The outfit, the Halloween costume has holes in it. There we go. 9% Doom, 9 Knowledge, and a weapon. That's not that bad. So, I'm currently optimistic. That makes me a lot more optimistic, I'll be honest with you. This is Forest, freaky feature, so we're never gonna go, it's never gonna take us to the mansion, I'm like 99% sure. So we're just vibing, we're just hanging out, non-Euclidean 101. How are you all doing today? You can't answer that in real time anyways, but I hope you're having a good day nonetheless. Well, here's the thing, you can answer it in real time, but real time, see, this is where it gets weird. Real time is whatever's happening to you right now, which could be any time, which for me, in the present moment, would be the future, but not when this video is released, because then that would be the present, but then it would... We're going in circles a little bit here. I think we should just stop for my sanity and yours. But it goes around. It goes around in a circle a few times. So I mean, what can I say about my day? I watched a movie called... Well, there were I've seen two movies. And they're both made for TV, and they're both pretty bad, to be honest with you. They're both not good. The first one was a movie called Web of Lies, because haha, my name is Web. And that one was terrible. It started off, I mean, it was entertaining to watch, but they kind of took the lazy way out. The movie, okay, it actually probably has one of the funniest jokes I've heard in one of these movies so far, so at least props to them for that. But it's basically, it's a movie about an Instagram star, and she lived in LA, but she was being stalked by one of her, quote, fans, unquote. And so she moved to Chicago. So, now here's the weird thing, right? Well, we can get into the weirdness later, but the premise of the movie is she's being stalked in LA by this guy, and they never found out who it was. So she moved back to Chicago, which, you know, admittedly pretty bad for your career. You know, if you're one of the, like, the celebrities on the social medias, you probably want to be in. You probably want to be in Chicago, yeah? You probably want to not be in Chicago. You probably want to be in, you know, the thing. So this is the second enemy, right? No. Yes? No. This is the first enemy. We haven't fought an enemy before. I wish we could Void, but we don't have Void, and I don't think it works in combat, so just get me out of here, man. But yeah, no, so... And now that I'm thinking about it, since this is going to be a longer episode, most likely, I'm probably gonna... This episode, chronologically speaking, is going to be out of order. But, you know, I'm just gonna take it as we go. I'll do a fast episode that'll be episode 418, is that right? 418 is the next one, I'm fairly certain. Oh, that's perfect. But yeah, so she moves to Chicago, and literally, okay, the day, like the first day she gets there, so it's Hawato and Miyako for the second enemy. Because we didn't fight anybody in Mystery 1, did we? No, we didn't. So it's, literally the first day she moves back in, she gets a creepy message from... Her name's Whitney, and the only reason I remember that is because the villain's name is Whitney Big Fan. But yeah, so the day that she gets back is like the day she starts getting stalked again. Like, she hasn't even unpacked her things yet, and it's just like, you know, that's pretty bad already. But the movie had a very clever setup thing going, alright? Because the only person in her house besides her is her sister. And her sister is constantly talking about how, like, you know, she always had everything, she's perfect, and, you know, she's the only one... Like, the sister, Whitney's the only one that she cares about after the parents died, and the parents were murdered. And so I was thinking the movie was gonna have, like, a really good setup of, like, they are framing the boyfriend. Obviously the boyfriend is evil, alright? Like, let's just get that out of the way. But I was thinking, like, because the boyfriend is, like, normal for like 90% of the movie, and then like a switch is flipped right at the end because they forgot that they needed a bad guy, and so they just make the boyfriend Whitney Big Fan. And I mean, it's obvious from the very beginning, but you know, the sister, she's just like going on and on and on about how, like, you know, Whitney's always been perfect, blah, blah, blah. Whitney has everything. Now Whitney's home. And it seems like the sister has a lot to gain from the parents dying, because that's why Whitney came home. And she's had this neighbor who, you know, of course, he's got to be like your stereotypical like hot guy in a made-for-TV movie. You know exactly what kind of person I'm talking about. And like, no digs to the actor, but like he is it called typecasting? He was typecasted for the role. But yeah, no. So it's like the day she gets back in, you know, she's getting creepy texts like, "Hey, you look good when you sleep." And I think at that point, you know, there's an event in World of Horror. It's a knowledge check. If you fail it, you see somebody standing over your bed with the stalker mask on. And that's like -2 reason. I think if that happened in real life, I would just like move immediately. I would just never go back to that house ever again. And I would probably never have any hiding spot in the house whatsoever for like evil people to hide in. But yeah, so at first I thought the movie was going to be really clever, because the sister kind of comes off as weird, at least to me. And I thought that they were setting the sister up to be the villain and not, you know, Whitney Big Fan, the guy. But unfortunately, there was a line in the middle part of the movie where whatchamacallit. Oh, by the way, Violent Vigil and Hawado and Miyako are the two things that we need to remember, just for the record. But there was a line in the movie where Whitney's like, you know, if you don't have any evidence, you know, it was something like, you have to show me evidence before I believe you that, you know, my boyfriend is evil. And then immediately, you know, okay, yeah, the movie's gonna be the sister's hunt for evidence, and it was. And they've always gotta, like, make the characters act in a certain way that makes it to where we actually might get quick thinking, so we'll do botany first. They have to make the characters act in a way that would make you... Is it too late to do a Compass Mystery 3? I think it's too late because of the doom that we'd have to spend, but is there anything like that we'd want to buy? I don't know. But anyways, you know, so basically the movie goes from romance to sister trying to find evidence that, you know, the Whitney Big Fan is the boyfriend or whatever. And this is so bizarre to me. The sister, she finds out Whitney Big Fan's true identity, and she then immediately DMs Whitney Big Fan on Instagram and says, "Leave my sister alone." And Whitney Big Fan's like, "Buzz off, loser. You can't tell me what to do." And so she threatens him. She calls him out by name. I don't remember the name. And then she leaves her sister a message saying, "Hey, you need to stay away from that guy. Read the article that I sent you." And then you hear that voicemail like 4 or 5 times. Stay away from that guy, read the article I sent you, read the article I sent you, read the article I sent you. She never reads the article. There is no article, it's a lie. If there is an article, she never read it. Oh, it was, wait. Oh, yeah, Stalker's Mask, okay. Are you, and this is true, feeling lucky, punk? And by that I mean Meat Cleaver Go. You should be able to do this, no problem. But here's the weirdest part, right? Is the protagonist, once she realizes that she's being stalked, she... do we heal here? We have sewing kit. We have... we should be fine. Or actually, we're not on Goizo. Do we have fetid fumes yet? No, we don't. Okay, well actually, this will be the resting floor, alright? I call it a floor. This will be the resting mystery. I'm calling these floors. I ever play something like Gungeon or Nuclear Throne, I'll be like, all right, this is the mystery where we get this gun. It's like, no. It's like, this is the floor where we rested home twice. This is the mystery where we play Punch Out with the rat or whatever. But yeah, no. So once she realizes that she's being stalked on social media, she does something that's actually really smart, and she makes a fake social media post about going to hang out at a bar, and then she watches from her windowsill as the evil guy gets out of his house and then goes off to drive to the bar. And so she then breaks into the guy's house because she's trying to look for evidence or whatever. And the thing that I'll never understand is that she actually, like, deadass sneaks through the house. And I never understood this, because you saw the guy drive off to the bar. So why wouldn't you, like, you know, you know that he's gonna drive to the bar, and then once he gets there and you're not there, you know he knows that you fooled him, and so he's gonna come straight back to his house. So why would you dilly-dally, right? Like, why would you, like, that's what I don't understand, is why would you sneak through his house when you know he's gone? But then it gets even weirder, because she finds out that, you know, the guy's been committing a crime, and she doesn't call the police, right? Like, whoo boy, that's the crazy thing, right? She finds evidence and proof of this guy committing a crime, and she doesn't, right? She does not. Okay, this is 13 damage. So we're gonna have to, like, you know, figure something out, which this is good. So she does not call the cops at all, right? Her manager does, because she was saying that, ooh, -2 reason for a single spell? That's pretty rough, brother. Darn. But yeah, so she was gonna meet up with her manager, and then they were gonna investigate the house together, but she decided to go in alone. So eventually, her manager calls the police, and that's how the guy gets, like... Well, actually, she ends up killing the guy, which you don't see on camera because that's too violent for TV. But, you know, that's how the police get involved, is the manager, is her social media influencer manager calls the cops instead of her. But, like, the thing that I'll never understand is that you're sneaking through this guy's house when you know he's not there, because you saw him leave, and you only have a limited amount of time until he gets back. And so you sneak throughout his house, you find evidence of a crime being committed, and instead of calling the cops and then giving them, like, you know, plausible whatever, like plausible cause to enter the house, and then they would raid it, and then they would find all the illegal stuff, and then they would find your sister, who was kidnapped, and then they'd find the mom, who was also kidnapped, and then, you know, you wouldn't have to end up getting stabbed. But you don't see that on camera, again, because that'd be too violent for television. They censor that out. They cut out a lot of stuff, actually, from the TV versions of movies, and I didn't know this, and it's such a bummer, because, like, most of the time, these movies aren't very good. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really like this one either. But it's just such a shame that, like, even if it's not very good, I still want to see it how the director and the writers intended you to see it. Like, it's so lame. And I made the joke about this on the Discord server, where you look at it, and it's kind of like watching a stand battle, but you're a non-stand user. Because you'll see, like, the guy, like, you know, chase the girl, and then it will cut to the girl being slammed into the wall, and then she'll reach for something, and then it will cut to the guy, like, stumbling backwards. And I can just hear the ora ora in my head, you know? So the guy stumbles backwards, and then you hear her, like, pick something up, and she goes, rah! And then you just see the guy, like, he's dead, and he's being wheeled out of the house. like in a body bag. It's so weird, dude. Do we rest a couple times here? Did we get fetid fumes? No, we didn't. We got winds of plague. I think we rest again. Like, that floor wasn't very good for us. Why? I don't really know why. Like, we just kind of ate it quite a lot, which is a little bit of a bummer. But we do have to remember we have quite a lot of healing in the back pocket. So we'll go to the seaside once so that we can... I mean, we're not going to wake up Oteru because I don't want to, but... You know, we could if we could. We're just gonna do the side quest for the points, but yeah, it's just it's a certified weird one. I'll tell you that. But it is like it still is a shame, right? Like even though it's not very good, why do we have -1 charisma? We were at 6. We don't have hunger. I'm not quite. I don't quite understand that one. We should have 6, or we should have 6. It's a little bit weird, but yeah, no, it's a shame, really. Oh, that's like you want to talk about a shame. That's also a shame right there. It is a shame because, you know, again, like yeah, it's not very good, but I would still like to see it how the author wanted people to see it, right? Because obviously people cared enough to make it, so. You shouldn't do them like that. At least in my opinion. I don't think you should do them like that. Because it's rude, man. Like, you pick up somebody's movie, and then it's just like, oh, hey, so we picked up your movie, and we licensed it, but we're gonna cut out, like, all of these bits because we don't like them. It's rotten, dude. I definitely can say that I definitely don't like that. 12 knowledge, why not? We're just vibing, dude. We have memory extract. We got lump of flesh. Branded is a bummer, and the area's doomed, so it's basically like having roads closed. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. I'm gonna be real with you right now. I'm not entirely a fan of this. So what we could do is we could brace, and then we could attack once because we're playing Kairi. Oh, or alternatively, we could just do this and get out. Sounds great to me, brother. Sounds great to me. We'll get the monument, no problem. Study the symbols, because how unlucky would it be? So here's the thing that doesn't really make sense, right? And I've noticed this before, but I'm gonna call it out. I'm doing a call-out post on YouTube.com. Look at this. We rolled an 8 plus 0, 12, but you go here, and look, it's doomed. -2 modifier to all skill checks. So that should have been a 10. That should have been an 8 plus 2, but it wasn't, it was just an 8. So no, I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm doing a call-out post on my Twitter.com. That doesn't... See, we took extra damage. Right, like here's the thing. You can only take extra damage from events if it's dangerous or higher. And if it's dangerous or higher, then that means you're at least getting the -1 skill modifier from the low threat level. So why does it not work the way that it do? You know, we don't have Kana, and even if we did have Kana, I want to make it clear, Kana doesn't protect from events. So I don't get it. I do not understand. And so to be honest with you, I'm not entirely happy with the current situation. So, can we kill here? Oh yeah, no, we can kill. We kill here. We kill here, no problem. Although Branded is making short work of us because we are now at, and this is true, we are now at, we've gone up 11% Doom, which is rough, but we should be able to handle it. We've got Lump of Flesh, we've got Memory Extract, the Innsmouth look. Who cares, brother? Who cares? I guess that while we're just kind of vibing here, and by the way, Hawado and Miyako and Household Hell. No, not Household Hell, Violent Vigil. We just did Household Hell, please remember. But Violent Vigil and Hawado and Miyako. I have some content updates that I guess I could talk about. We're gonna be doing What do we discard here? I mean, discard the library notes, yeah, obviously. And then the flashlight? Yeah, I guess we could do that. Don't really need to care about much else. But monument, please? -2 reason, okay. We could die here, actually. That was a mistake. So, this will give us 1? Is that true? I think we'd rather just check his wounds for clues, because that gives us a guaranteed 2 anyways. Because we have the penalty, so I think we'd only get 1 for that, so... Arcane Grasp. So still no, that's a bummer, still. Still no, therapy. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and, I mean, none of these are really good. Like, they're all very bad. Like, just for the record. I guess we'll take the +1 reason at the end of the mystery. Sounds decent enough, I guess. And we'll take the stamina. Stamina up. A very good perk. Underrated. Highly underrated. -2 stamina. Like, it's a little sketchy, but it should relatively... I shouldn't have done that. Well, okay. I guess it's not the end of the world. Perception, charisma. Or just flee. We'll do the we'll just nail the perception check, brother. It's fine. Yeah, I guess we'll go to the tree. I guess this is a certified stamina moment. I mean, that's bad, but, like, it's not the end of the world. And then what did we get there? Got branded again. Yeah, that's a bummer. To be honest with you, that is a bummer. We have 2 reason banked, and by that I mean we kind of have 3, because we can get rid of regeneration. That's not a big deal. If we can get through... I mean, I don't want to be anywhere near 90. Oh, that's a shame that we got rid of the sewing... Oh, we used the sewing kit. That's right. Okay. I'm not stupid. I was close to being incredibly stupid, but I'm not. I was like, why are we at 5? But no. There was a reason for that. There indeed was a reason. So we could buy a sewing kit, though, right? Like, we could sell the... Could sell the Stalker's Mask, could sell the heavy-duty flashlight. We have a light source, but we do have Takashi, though. Do we want to take Takashi on with a torch? I don't think we do. I actually think we want to enter Desperation if we can. Huh. Like, I'm trying to think of how this will work. Well, that's awful. That's terrible. Because, yeah, we remember our seconds, for sure. Please stop doing that. I wish we didn't use the knowledge thing at the start of the game. That would be very nice. So, here's the deal. We obviously need to go to the monument, because we're not getting through the lighthouse with branded at 92%. But I think that if we... Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna do some controversial gaming here, okay? Huh. 89 is 89% good enough? No, because we're gonna get up to like 92%. We need to go one more time. Is 86% good enough? If I'm right about both of them, it is. But if I'm wrong about Hawato and Miyako, which I might be, then it's not enough. One more time, if we remember both of them correctly, which I think we do. Or, sorry. If we remember both of them correctly, we can go now, and we'll probably win. If we remember one of them wrong, then we probably lose. But that's okay. I'm willing to bet the game on that, I think. I mean, if we lose, you know why. If we win, you know why. Because if we went one more time, we would be at 83%, and we could fail them both, no problem. Oh, this is... Oh, yeah, we have a 110% chance to hit against Canis, alright. Yeah. So, if we lose, you know why. If we win, you know why. We've laid the groundworks here. We shouldn't have any health troubles because we can just regen. Although, that is Doom related, so it's probably more efficient to rest, because it's 1% versus 2%. Well, let's check. So, Charisma, -3 reason, who cares? Takashi, trouble. Dexterity check, we're good, and then the 2s. So, yeah, it'll be close. Like, again, if we went one more time, then we could fail one of these, which would be second enemy, because we're not entirely sure. But we'll go with Hawado and Miyako. So, theoretically, we should be good to go. I'm not entirely sure. You can tell. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous. But no, we're not using. We are not under any circumstance using that. But we'll do that. We can regen if we have to, but hopefully we don't. I mean, look at that. Look at that. 2% doom right off the bat. Like that's pretty rough. And obviously, you know, this guy's doing doom damage as well. So we can do... Yeah, it's good enough. It's good enough, man. It's good enough. We have a light source in the flashlight anyway, so we don't really care about this. So yeah, it's a vicious vigil of a violent versus, which is my favorite Smash thing. So, well, yeah, it has to be Hawado and Miyako, right? Because the first one was Rumu Ghost? Yeah. And actually, I think that... Okay, so if we were at 98% right now, it would be down to Branded. We still never got self-therapy. In the entire game, we still never got self-therapy. That's kind of sad. Yeah, let's just take... I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't. Well, maybe it does, but no, it doesn't. Because what we've got... What do we got after this? Like, just catching myself real quick. We have the Dexterity check. And then that's it, right? Because this is the 4th one? Yeah. So we're good. All is good. All is fine in the world. That was a little bit sketchier than it probably had to be. If I was gonna offer any advice in playing Kairi, just power level strength. Like, the thing is, we had good combat, but only if we didn't need to block. Which, unfortunately, in Harbinger of Doom, you need to block a lot. So just do me a favor. If you're playing Kairi, put a couple points into strength so your brace for impact isn't absolute garbage. Or you could go like brute force, funny monkey game strategy. Well, no, that would be power leveling strength and buying the monkey wrench. But you know, if you wanted to brute force a knowledge build, you absolutely could. To be honest, I've been thinking that maybe like something like the ritual dagger or the scalpel might be better on Kairi. I'm not entirely sure yet, to be honest with you though. Or maybe, you know what, I would say the small candle. That might be controversial, but I think that Kairi needs a weapon that's fast because her brace for impact is bad. So I'm honestly thinking that maybe like... Yeah, I'm honestly thinking like the steak knife or maybe the... Like I would prefer the small candle universally because I think knowledge is a better stat than dexterity. Even, well, okay, if you're doing dexterity strats with steak knife, you can upgrade to the katana, no problem. But not counting the katana, I think that knowledge is overall just way more useful than dexterity. Because there's only like 3 dexterity weapons in the game. One of them you're gonna see like once in a blue moon when you decide to delve into an eldritch dimension. And then the other one is absolute garbage with like 100 speed. And then finally, you know, you've got what you got, which is the ye old steak knife, which is pretty decent. But yeah, I think that Kairi would be a lot more consistent if you use a faster weapon on her. But then, of course, like, the thing about the small candle is that you have to get rid of either the dog or the police station at the beginning of the game, which isn't good. You typically want both of those things. Because the police station is your only reliable way of getting funds, and the dog has the compass if you can afford it in the early game. But if you get through Mystery 1, and you don't have the compass, or you get through Mystery 2, and you don't have the compass, you can probably just get rid of the dog, but that's a long time to wait without a weapon, you know what I mean? Like, that's one of the things that makes Kairi weird. But you know what, everybody in this game's weird. They're trying to stop an eldritch god from destroying the world, which we successfully did today/tonight. So thank you so much for watching, I hope you're all staying safe out there. Thank you for watching, have a good one, bye!